What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Player vs. Reality podcast. This is a new series I kind of wanted to do. It's called 600-second podcasts. I don't know if you guys know who Optic Hex is or Hex. He does them. I thought they were interesting, so I wanted to try it. Just 10 minutes of me asking one person a question and see what they answer. So I'm here with my cousin Alec.
What's up, YouTube?
For those of you who don't know, Alec has I don't think it'll be in this description. I can put it in this description, but on my main channel, most of my newer videos have his link to his Twitch in the description below. I'll have to get like a time frame of when you stream, and I'll put it next to it.
I'm actually going to be starting a regular schedule. My work schedule is changing, so I'll be streaming every Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday from probably about 4:30 p.m. up to pretty much whenever I feel like it, honestly.
Okay.
Could run until 2 a.m. most nights. Kind of play a little bit of everything. Get your PUBG, your Ring of Elysium, League of Legends. Kind of just really broad. Just play games and stream and just hang out, really.
Which I had watched. I was on Jake's stream the other night. He was playing League. I was watching him play. Yeah. All right. First question.
Yeah. Hit me with it.
Have you bought anything you regretted? If so, what is it?
Ooh. Oh. Yikes.
It could be a lot of things.
The one thing comes to mind immediately. Kind of a little personal. I don't know if I should put that one.
Let's start with a W.
Default. Yeah. Well, kind of. I guess. So I was actually supposed to be married this year. And so obviously the costs that come along with a wedding or a ring, anything like that, that's the immediate knee-jerk reaction that came to mind.
Yeah.
I don't regret it when I was doing it. Obviously, since things went sour and what have you, of course, it's always going to be something that bothers me over time. As far as like a straight-up regret, though, like something that didn't have any good impact whatsoever on my life.
Like, you know that red truck I had?
Yeah.
That's one of my regrets because it was, it had been rebuilt. It was a rebuild truck, so it had a lot of issues with it.
You know, I really regret buying a California king-size mattress.
Those things are freaking huge. You don't have enough.
Yeah.
I mean, my room's
Especially
pretty
if you're
big,
living in an
but
apartment, man.
oh yeah, exactly. Queens are big enough.
Yeah, like I bought this mattress and I got a good deal on it. I got it for $200, and for where I was living at the time, it was fantastic. And then when I was living with my now ex-fiance in a house, I had plenty of space. But now that I'm living like, you know, a normal young adult's life, and I'm renting apartments and leasing and all this other stuff, my bed takes up easily 82% of my room. It's huge.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, I can barely fit my desk in here.
All right, next question. If you could have one wish granted, what would it be?
Kind of all-encompassing. If I have to do it in steps, it'd be pay off all of my parents' debt.
So,
and then
like money?
basically debt, not necessarily money, because I don't.
Which I feel the same way. I mean, like, if I won, just say like Mega Millions or something like that, I would pay off a bunch of like my family's debt and then just kind of invest the rest. I would still work. Like, I know a lot of people would be like, I quit my job, but I didn't invest it smartly.
Completely retire.
Yeah.
See, I don't want to say just like a lump sum of money, because if I was to wish for a lump sum of money, I know that eventually I would spend way too much of it on something stupid. So if I just wish for like no debt for me or my family, like just pay off all of our debt, that would be fine. I make enough money now where I know I would be comfortable if I didn't have any bills to pay. I pay like over $1,000 a month in different bills. If I was able to wipe away all that debt, I pay like maybe $300 a month in bills.
Or another nice one would be like, you know how, let's say like the lotto sometimes does, like if you buy a lotto ticket, they've got like win $1,000 a week for the rest of your life. That would be nice.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
Because that'd be like an extra paycheck that you didn't work for.
Yeah.
the rest of your life.
Yeah, that would be nice. I could totally,
Yeah.
I could get down with that too. That would
That
solve
way,
my
I
problem.
mean, you wouldn't be too greedy with it because you could spend it all in one go, I guess. But you'd have to be smart with it. I don't know.
Yeah, but I get $1,000 a month in bills. So I
Right.
just use it. I just use it to pay my bills, and then as soon as that's done, I get $1,000 a month for the rest of my life. I just slowly start pegging away at my parents' debt.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's the dream. Live debt free.
That's everybody's dream. I gotta
That should
talk
be
to
the
you.
new slogan.
I gotta talk to you
Forget
after this.
drugs.
Then I got a investment for you. You might want to hear from me.
I'm
Yeah.
interested.
Okay.
Uh,
Third question. What's the strangest thing you have done for cash?
strangest thing I've ever done for money.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just out of high school, I used to work for Shaheen Chevrolet. All right, like a big car dealership from where we're from. And I was working in the car wash, and I had this older lady, wanted her car detailed or whatever, but I wasn't technically allowed to do it at the bay. Actually, you know what? I just remembered a better story.
Okay.
Scrap that one, because
Scratch
this
that.
one's way weirder. Just last year, actually, I was working for Advanced Auto Parts. I had just recently proposed to my then fiance, and I had a guy come in just before close from out of state. Or, sorry, it was was it a guy? Yeah, it was a guy. It was a guy. It was a husband. His wife was from out of state.
Okay.
And she was on the other side of town, and she drove a Rendezvous, a Buick Rendezvous. And the Buick Rendezvous have a shifter cable for, like their transmission to engage and
Right.
things like that, switch it from park to drive and so on and so forth.
Right.
And it's basically just controlled by this thin little metal cable that has a plastic hook on the end of it that attaches to the actual lever that forces the transmission to switch gears. And she was trapped on the other side of town with no way to do anything about it. And this guy was looking for a mechanic or anybody who might be still open. And keep in mind, it's like 10:30 p.m. on a Friday.
Right.
Who would be able to send somebody to go take care of it, who wouldn't charge an arm and a leg. And I was like, nobody. Like, we work with a bunch of commercial people, but they're all closed by now. It's 10:30 p.m. on a Friday, and I can't think of anybody shy of like AAA or somebody like that who would even come to tow your car. They aren't gonna work on it. And the guy was like, I got $200 to buy this part. Are you willing to go over to MSU campus and fix it for her? And I was like, sure, dude. Why
Sure.
not? I'll make like $195 because the part itself was only like $4.
$5.
Yeah, so I sold him the part, got out of work, drove all the way to MSU, got this lady's number, called her to figure out where she's at, met her in the parking lot at like 11:20 p.m. at night in this dark, not lit area. Like, I totally could have got kidnapped or something. And I pull in, and I spent a solid 35 to 45 minutes under some stranger's car replacing a plastic shifter cable tab, and I made a cool $195 out of it.
I mean, that's a nice
Cash in
$195,
hand.
you know?
Yeah, and the dude paid me before. I
So
went
you
out
could have
there.
just bailed.
I could have just bailed. You're right.
I mean, I
I'm
wouldn't have done
not
that,
a
but
bad person.
yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't have done that, but you know.
Yeah, and I could tell the guy was desperate, and I knew my coworkers at the time would have taken advantage of him. They would have said they would do it, and then totally pocketed the cash and just not gone. And I was like, fuck it, I'll do it for you. I don't want you to have to worry about getting scammed. I'll just do it. No worries.
Good.
So,
Good.
that is the weirdest thing I've ever done for money.
All right, I got some more questions, but I'll jump to one that Burr wanted me to ask you. Because you do Twitch, why did you get into Twitch? What makes you? Because I do YouTube. Sometimes I stream, but my internet's too bad that I can't stream. What made you get into Twitch, and why not? Obviously, you were doing Twitch before, but why not YouTube Live or whatever? Or YouTube
Are you
in
talking
general?
like? Oh, okay, that clarifies. I decided to do Twitch live streaming in general. I just kind of defaulted to Twitch because that seems to be the most popular.
Yeah.
Kind of the path of least resistance on that one until something starts to gain more traction. But
I mean, honestly, a lot of people just stream anything. Like Facebook Live, people go fishing and just stream it. You know.
Right, but I was talking like in terms of when you look at the different platforms for video games in general, or
Right.
you know what we do for content.
Right.
Twitch definitely has the upper hand in terms of actual viewership count. So
Right.
there's more money to be made. So why start somewhere else and then have to migrate once I already have a following? Why not just start day one on Twitch?
Right.
I chose live streaming over something like YouTube, like base YouTube, because I feel like I'm a much more entertaining person live. I find my reactions, how animated I am, how quick I am to respond. Even now, just doing a podcast like this with no preparation, I have no script, I have no idea what you're going to ask me. I find it's more honest, more organic, more appealing to people to watch something happen live versus if you were to do YouTube. There's always going to be that.
Yeah, I cut out all my mistakes.
Yeah, there's always going to be that term of inorganic feeling that doesn't seem to sync up properly, because you can cut out your mistakes, or even if you're playing video games, people could call into question, like if you do something absolutely insane, they could call it scripted, or
Right.
maybe you're playing bots. Like there's always somebody out there who's gonna try to troll you, and you know what they say, man, don't feed the trolls.
Right. A lot of times, this is going to be a little bit past 10 minutes because we like to talk, but a lot of the times, like my montages that I do, some of the clips that I'll hit, like the people are just blatantly standing there, and it's not set up by any means, but sometimes you'll come across really good gamers, and sometimes you'll come across these blueberries that just don't know what they're doing. But yeah, a lot of my clips you'll see are just like people just standing there, not even fighting back. It's like,
I don't know, man. A couple of your montages, you would destroy. I really wish you'd just switch fully over to PC. I wish you could get your whole crew.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have everybody on PC, but
the amount of flick shots you hit on console is insane to me.
and it's so hard sniping in
Oh yeah.
in Destiny 2. Like Destiny 1, it was pretty easy, but Destiny 2, there's so much flinch now. Like if you can't control where you're going, it's game over.
Yeah. Yeah, your flick shots are insane for somebody on console. That's not easy. Like it's pretty cake on PC. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty cake to hit shots like that on PC, but on console you don't really have that full
Right.
control of your range of motion.
Right. Well, I appreciate the fine, nice words you've given me. We are going to end this podcast off. Thank you, Alec, for being here and for being the first podcast. I did this with Smosh. I'll have to redo Smosh's because I didn't record any of it by accident. So, yeah, not good. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. Go check out Alec's Twitch. I'll put the time frame in there and stuff like that for him. So,
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
yeah, it's a good podcast. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
See you next time.